Alright, this will be the second part of the video for derivative of the function of exponential function. So revise again. So, okay, of course you know that differentiate the exponent of x, power of x, you're getting exponent to the power of x. So, but to differentiate the exponent with the function is of another function. So any type of function. So first step is you copy back the EFX and you multiply the differential of this function. Right, differentiate the power. So this is the okay. Now for these cases here, so can we directly apply this formula? Right, this is the question here. Can we directly apply a formula? So because the exponential, this function is control, is under the power of 7. This is a composite function, means that it's like x power of 7 here. So this is the exponential is inside a power of 7. So for these cases, usually we will apply chain rule. So dy dx. So you have to study the rules of differentiation. All right, the 4 rules that I teach. So okay, now very simple. You bring down the 7. So you have ex minus with e to the power of negative 2x, right? Ex minus with e to the power of negative 2x, and of course the 7. The first step here will be 7. Ex minus e power negative 2x, and the 7 you deduct by 1, you minus 1, right? Minus 1. So later you differentiate the function inside the power. So this is what we want. So differentiate ex. You know ex will be, you will get back ex. Differentiate this one, everything here, include the negative. So I will write back the negative, write back the negative, copy everything, okay? Just copy this, everything, this function here. So, and you differentiate the power. Differentiate the power, you have negative 2. That's all, right? That's all. So, means you have 7. 7. This one you will have ex. I just writing this one, bring it forward in front. So, ex, negative, 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 positive, right? Positive 2 e to the power negative 2x, right? Positive 2 e to the power negative 2x. And multiply with ex minus with e power negative 2x to the power 6, right? Ex minus e to the power negative 2x to the power 6. That's the differential of this y here. Alright, let's go on to more examples, right? I will give as many examples as possible for you to really see how to solve, see how to using all the formula for exponential function and to use the product rule, quotient rule, and the chain rule. Alright, example 9. So observe first, observe. Can you directly apply this formula? The answer is no. Why? This is only a single function, only exponential function. But you look at this, you have an exponential function. Yes, you have exponential function. But this exponential function is multiplied with another function. It's a function multiplied with another function. This is a product form, right? Product form. So the formula, the rules that we're going to use here before we apply the exponential formula will be the product rule. Okay, the product rule. So the product rule here means that this is your u, this is your u, and this is your v, right? Your uv, the formula of uv. So okay. So how to apply this formula? So you know that the formula for product rule, y equals to uv. So you differentiate, right? It will like take turn. So like u, wait, v differentiate, v, u differentiate. So uv prime plus vu prime, right? So I'm going to apply here. So I'm going to list out what's your u. Your u is x squared plus 1, right? X squared plus 1. And your v is exponential negative 2x. So I differentiate this one. Differentiate u prime. Differentiate x squared plus 1. So basic rule, you will have 2x. V prime, dv dx. So this is an exponential function. So apply the exponential formula. So salin balik, copy back, multiply with, differentiate the power. You have negative 2. So your v prime will be negative 2 e to the power of negative 2x. So this is a v prime. So now we can apply the product rule. Why you apply the product rule, I have already tell you. This is a product form. It's a function, a quadratic function with an exponential function. So, okay, the formula will be u v prime plus with v u prime, u v prime, v u prime. So, what is your u? U will be x power of 2 plus 1, right? Your u. V prime, v prime. So, negative 2 e to the power of negative 2x plus v u prime 2x. In this question, I revise product rule, right? Which you already learned in the previous lesson. So it's that I will keep repeating the product rule until you make sure you understand. Right? So then you look at this. Is there any common factor between these two? Yes, 2, right? 2. E2x, e negative 2x. So I'm going to factor out 2 e negative 2x. I'm going to factor out this one. This one you will factor out. Okay, you factor out. This one also you factor out. Right? You factor out. So the remaining one you still have negative x squared plus 1. Right? You have factorized this one outside. So you have negative x squared plus 1. This one you have already factorized. So you still have x. So positive x. Alright, finally your dy dx by using product rule for this. So you are getting 2, you have 2 outside here, 2 bracket negative x squared, positive x, negative x squared, positive x, negative 1. So e to the power of negative 2x. That's the answer. I have already explained to you. We are using the product rule. Alright, this will be the following example. So you have y equals to 3e x to the power of 2 divided by x minus 1. So what is the rule that's suitable for this? Right? Is it product rule? Is it chain rule? Is there any chain rule here? So yes, maybe. Alright, so there is a if there is a power, probably you apply the composite function. This is actually also a composite function. So so these cases here, clearly you see that there is a division, right? Pembahagian. So a function up there and a function down here. So the most suitable rule here will be quotient rule, right? This will be u v, quotient rule. So what is the formula for quotient rule? So you have u divided by v. You know this is a function, u in terms of x, v in vx, ux. So the differentiate form, you can refer to the video that I talked about quotient rule, which you write back the v, differentiate the u, minus with, write back the u, differentiate the v, divided by v to the power of 2. Means that in this question, I'm very sure that I'm going to apply this quotient rule here. So you can pause the video and you try how to do it. So what is your u and what is your v here? Alright, so okay, let's identify. So what's your u and what's your v? So your u in this case here will be 3e x to the power of 2. Right, the whole thing here. Your u, v. Your v will be x minus 1. Right, so you need the u prime and v prime, right? U prime. So differentiate this one. Now you think about the formula for differentiate an exponential function. This is an exponential function. So, alright. So you have to salin balik. Salin balik means this is a 3, right? It's a constant. So together, everything you copy back. Then you differentiate the power of this exponent. So differentiate x squared, you will have 2x. So means that your u prime, you are getting 3 to 6x ex to the power of 2. Okay, leave it. Okay, let's move on with v. So v prime, dv dx, differentiate x, you have 1. Differentiate negative 1, 0. So now you have your v prime, you have your u prime, you have everything. So you can apply your quotient rule. So dy dx equals to v u prime, right? V u prime. So your v x minus 1. V u prime 6x ex squared minus u v prime u 3 ex to the power of 2 u v prime. V prime is 1, right? Everything divided by v square. So it's x minus 1 to the power of 2. This is a very important here. First, you must know how to apply the quotient rule, right? So after you apply the quotient rule, only you think about the algebra here. So how to solve this? So if I will factor out the 3e to the power of x power of 2, because you see that this is a 6ex squared. So I taken out my dy dx. I will taken out the 3ex power of 2, right? 3ex power of 2. So bracket, let's look at what is inside here. I have taken the 3, so you still have 2, right? You still have 2. You taken 3, 2, 6, right? So x, just put back. The ex square, you already taken out, right? Taken out. So this one you still have 2, right? Then 2x. So okay. So now x minus 1, right? X minus 1. You have taken 3ex squared. So you have 2x and x minus 1. Minus with this one, you have everything have already taken out, right? Factor out. So you have 1. So divided by x minus 1 to the power of 2. So then you're getting 3ex to the power of 2, 2x squared, right? 2x squared, negative 2x, right? 2x squared, negative 2x, negative 1, divided by x minus 1 to the power of 2. So this will be your differential form of this function by using quotient rule. So let's go for more example. Alright, this will be the last example for this video. So you have y equals to e2x minus with e negative 2x divided by ex 2x plus e negative 2x. So some students will say, sir, can I divide this? Can I cancel out this thing? Can I cancel this thing? Of course cannot lah, right? This is addition, subtraction. How can you do that? So the best here will be you using the quotient rule. The quotient rule, this is not a single function, you know. If this is a single function, let's say it's only e power negative 2x, then you can divide separately, right? But this is a addition, right? It's 2 terms. So you have to apply product rule. Quotient rule. So this will be your u and this will be your v. So let's see how to apply. So you will have your apply quotient rule. So you need your u and your v, right? Your u will be the numerator, the function on top. So 2x, negative 2x, right? So here you have v e2x plus with e power of negative 2x. Just differentiate as usual, du dx u prime. So differentiate e2x. So you have 2x, 2, right? e2x, e2x. So differentiate the 2x, you have 2. Differentiate, okay, e negative 2x, salin balik, copy back, differentiate the power, you have negative 2. So you will have u prime equals to 2e to the power of 2x, right? 2e to the power of 2x, negative, negative, positive, 2e negative 2x. This is your u prime. This is your u prime. So, and this is your u. So now let's look for v prime. Differentiate e2x. Salin balik, So differentiate differentiate 2x, you have 2. So I can put in here 2. Right? This one also, salin balik. This whole thing, e power negative 2x, then differentiate the power, you have negative 2. Right? So you are getting v prime to be 2e2x negative with 2e to the power of negative 2x, right? Negative 2e to the power of negative 2x. So, alright, this will be your v prime. So now you have complete everything. You have already calculated everything. What you need here, you have u, you have u prime, you have v prime, right? You have v. Okay. So now I'm going to apply the quotient rule. Remember quotient rule? Quotient rule will be look like this way. dy dx will be v u prime minus with u v prime over v to the power of 2. The formula must be correct. Before you apply. So dy dx. Alright. dy dx will be your v e2x plus with e negative 2x, right? E2x plus with e negative 2x, v u prime, your u prime. So it's involving a lot of unknown algebra here. So you have to be very careful while you're doing this type of differentiation, right? So later minus u e 2x minus e negative 2x u v prime so will be 2e 2x minus 2e negative 2x, everything divided by v squared e to the power of 2x plus with e to the power of negative 2x to the power of 2, right? So this is the most important part here. After this, all is algebra. You need your kemahiran masing-masing, okay? You need your own skill of dealing with. So this is the most important that you must understand. So now, how am I going to solve this algebra? So you just enjoy it and see. So dy dx here. Hope you get some skill, right? So you look at this. Is there any similar that you can factorize? No, right? You see, this is minus, this is minus, this is plus, this is plus. So, so what to do here will be, I will either I expand, but for me, I want to avoid to expand this whole thing here. So because I see that this 2, I can take out the 2. So I have e2x plus with e power negative 2x and right, I have taken out the 2, factor out the 2. So now this 2, after I factor out the 2, this one becomes similar, right? Similar. So this one also, I factor out the 2, 2, I factor out the 2. So I will have e negative 2x, e 2x negative e negative 2x divided by v squared. Right? So I further simplify. Okay, I further simplify so that I hope that I can get something. Okay, right? You look at these two. You look at these two, right? You look at these two. They are exactly the same. So I can write as e 2x plus with e negative 2x to the power of 2. Why I can write to power of 2? Because this is a multiply, same base, so 1 plus 1, 2. So same thing also for this, negative 2, negative 2. So you have e, and these two also identical. So you will have e 2x minus with e negative 2x to the power of 2. Overall, everything divided by e 2x plus with e negative 2x to the power of 2. Right? Actually, you can further simplify as many as you can. So in this video, but I'm going to show you a bit so that you can, alright, you can do it by yourself. So you look at this one, and this one is the same, right? It's the same. So, okay, if I want, I can actually factor out I can write the 2 outside, I can factor out the 2, alright, I bring it out the 2 outside, so means that the 2 and this 2, I will taken out, so they become minus, and this whole thing become, there is a 2 out here, right? There's a 2 out here. So further, I combine everything here. I combine everything here. This is a single fraction, right? Single, because I consider this as everything as one term, okay? As one term. So then I taking this, divide by this. So I taking the e2x plus with e negative 2x to the power of 2 divided by e2x plus e negative 2x to the power of 2. Right? They are two identical things. So then I minus with e2x negative with e negative 2x to the power of 2 divided by e2x plus with e negative 2x to the power of 2. Right? Okay. So you know that this one you can divide as you're getting 1. Right? You're getting 1. So let's see what is the simplification. Alright. So let's continue. Okay, let's complete it. The final form, okay, so dy dx, so equals to 2, right? 2 with 1 here. Why is 1? Because this is identical, you divide, you're getting 1, minus with, as you look at this you cannot getting 1 because 1 negative, 1 positive, but this is square, b square, so you know that a square, b square, in algebra you can rewrite as a over b square. Okay, I can rewrite this whole thing as 2 minus e to the power 2x minus with e to the power negative 2x divided by e2x plus with e to the power negative 2x, everything to the power of 2. And I conclude this one as my answer. If I want to keep simplifying, it's very tired. You can keep simplifying by multiply this one with e2x, you can multiply, alright? So you can simplify, but for me, I will just leave it this one as your answer, alright? I think it's already good enough, okay? Beautiful already. So that's all for this video.